It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this missing mature Monday? You say missing mature Monday. What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good? People like hee hee, ha ha, Ken in the pen. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't everybody on bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep the head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Let's get through these disclaimers. Swing that finger, young man. Worldwide INC, Worldwide Incorporated, Worldwide, man. They gonna say what that means, bro. It means everybody. Bring it on in, man. You know what I'm talking about? Ndugu, Mike, Lil Rude, not Lil Rude, Lil Rude. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep the head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through them disclaimers. You know what I'm talking about? Now, good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no drug users, drug sellers, alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of it. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. I don't promote no domestic violence. Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, man. Me, man, I don't promote shh. They say, what, bro? I don't promote shh. All I promote is y'all. Go ahead, do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing. Do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know how much of it we got, man. But a good brother like myself, man, I ain't prejudiced, no, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, no, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the little people. Hey, y'all talking about, oh, man, good brother like myself, man. I ain't got nothing against nobody, man. Me, man, I just love me some everybody. You know what I'm talking about, man. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, that joy, and that love. What'd you say, brother? Love. Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Hey, check it out. Come mess with a brother one time. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles, classic roast, piping hot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, piping hot, man. I almost forgot, man. I said, bro, what you almost forgot? I said, bro, what you almost forgot? Mama say brush them whiskers when you on TV. You know what I'm talking? Man, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this Missing Mature Monday? You say Missing Mature Monday, what you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who can't dance but still smell like the stanky lady. Yeah, I see you, man. It was always that one motherfucker, man. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, cause before you even get to moving around like that, man, you know you ain't too fresh. You know what I'm talking about? Before you, cause you know what I'm talking about? You didn't got to whiff it yourself, man. You know you ain't over there airtight, but for some reason, man, it be that motherfucker right there. Every time that music come on, that motherfucker get to doing shit like that. And you get to moving, nigga, that shit get to bouncing up off that fabric. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, what's good with the people, man? Mission Mature, man. Crawford Chronicles, man. I say, bro, Mission Mature, what the fuck is you talking about? Just that right there, bro. I keep telling you, bro, you wouldn't believe, bro. I'm talking about 80, I ain't talking about niggas or bitches, just people, nigga. About 83% of motherfucker is not grown up right here, bro. I am not bullshitting with you. Missing mature. I've been telling y'all this shit all, you know what I'm talking about? That stagnation, bro. A lot of y'all have stagnated yourself. A lot of y'all have went to your adulthood analyzing the life from a kid. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you're so fucked up now, bro. A lot of y'all have went to adulthood, but you have your how you view the world, bro. All this shit has came from how you felt as a kid. And a lot of y'all have let whatever kids y'all was around shape your whole perception about life. You know what I'm talking about? Shaped your whole perception about life. And y'all been doing the same shit since then, since them kids, bro. Running away from that shit. Embarrassed, don't want to hear what people say. You know what I'm talking about? Now ain't none one of y'all hauled off and knocked the shit out one of them kids that was teasing. Y'all ain't never backhand one of them motherfuckers or choke one of them, you would have felt better. I ain't bullshitting with you, you would have felt better. I remember I got jumped in the hallways at Frick about them niggas playing with that ball. was going down throwing the ball at that motherfucker, Lil Aaron and Keto. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga threw that motherfucker at me. I threw that motherfucker right back at him. And got jumped on. Coffee Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? Because even if I'm outnumbered, nigga, you hit me with that motherfucking ball, I'm gonna hit you back with that motherfucker. Shout out Aaron. And Keto, man. I don't know. Is Lil Keto dead, y'all? It might be, I don't know, man. But shout out some of the fellas, man. You know what I'm talking about? Lamont Couch and them, man. R.I.P. Niggas I went to school with. You know what I'm talking about? But missing mature, folks. And a lot of y'all go into motherfucking adulthood, bruh, with them. Man, I'm glad y'all didn't go to Frick, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm glad y'all didn't go to Frick. Y'all, hold on. Hold on, I'm doing the video, so I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna call you right back. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out my motherfucking sister, like, you know what I'm talking about? Mission Mature. You know what I'm talking about? I'm glad y'all didn't go to Frick, bro. Y'all would have been scarred for forever, nigga. If y'all went to Frick, nigga, you would have been scarred forever, nigga. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? Frick was like the penitentiary, nigga. Frick was like a level 4 penitentiary, nigga. God damn, nigga, get your ass toe up over there by AMW. But Coffee Chronicles, Missing Mature. And I'm gonna say out of the people, niggas, about 83% of people, bro, that's out here childish as a motherfucker. And that's the problem. Cause we handle everything like kids, bro. We little ass kids, bro, in our thinking. I'm not bullshitting with you. We don't handle shit like adults. We don't do shit like grown people. We sit around and we won't, like, say if we think that you did something to us, in our head, instead of just coming to a conclusion, we still on little kids game. So if we felt like you did something to us, we feel like you owe us an apology. So that's what we stuck at in our head. And until we get our apology, or until you do what we think that you should have did because of what you did, bro, we not gonna have the right attitude towards you. Missing maturity. Yeah, so we gonna have an attitude. So we not gonna let this shit go right. You know what I'm talking about? Because you ain't did what we think you supposed to have done. You know what I'm talking about? To clean your slate. You know what I'm talking about? So we can start over or go on. You know what I'm talking about? We sitting over here holding on to this shit, playing these dumbass mind games we be playing. The same kind of way like y'all go out, y'all could talk to everybody else. Y'all could be y'all got the right attitude with everybody else. Then you go home and you see, you could the motherfucker that you got at home, you can spend your whole day talking about that motherfucker to everybody else. And then you get home and don't say a motherfucking thing. You get home and we play Guess Why I'm Mad. But we can spend this whole day chopping you up. We could be around our friends just communicating like a motherfucker, talking about you and all your do's and the stuff we don't like about you. Then we get around you and we don't say nothing. We play Guess Why I'm Mad. Missing Mature. Monday it is, bruh. And that's the problem. I ain't bullshitting with you. That's the problem. That's why y'all marriages don't work. This is why all this shit is going on. Because the average motherfucker is mentally immature. I'm not bullshitting with you. So y'all get married. Y'all don't get married for the shit that we supposed to get married for. You get married because you think being married gonna grant you an automatic caretaker. So y'all get married and then y'all start using that shit. You supposed to do it. You my wife. You my husband. You supposed to take care of me. Y'all be doing that shit right there. Cause I told y'all, especially with the nigga, if a nigga don't got his own game, he gonna start putting the guilt trip on the Bible on the bitch, and try to guilt trip her into what God said a bitch should do for a nigga. That's why all these niggas start trying to brainwash you with the Bible and shit. Talking about God said treat your husband as a king and all this shit. That's the game y'all be using. You know what I'm talking about? So you really don't have to do nothing. You get what I'm saying? And you could just sit around there and tell the bitch God say you supposed to treat your husband like this or like that. You know what I'm talking about? Missing Mature Monday. But I'm gonna say about 83% of the people is missing mature. And everybody is around here reacting and acting like a little ass kid. You know what I'm talking about? Just like they'll tell you, you too old to rap and all that shit. They love telling the old nigga like me, like I'm trying to live and I'm the oldest YN and all that shit. They love telling you that. And then they'll sit around, well, if I'm too old to rap, ain't we too old to be posting these cause I'm gonna say you motherfuckers on the video, not the kids, but the motherfuckers is, since I'm too old to rap, I think, ain't we too old to be posting high score on this computer? Talking about how many views and shares and shit we got. Ain't we too old to be posting a high score on this motherfucker? I told you, whenever I see somebody do that shit, I see the fool your friend in that shit, bro. I say, the fool your friend? What is you talking about, bro? Listen, bro. If a nigga could post $1 million, don't you think he would post that? If a nigga could post $35,000, $40,000, $50,000, don't you think they would post that instead of 50,000, 40,000 views? Coffee Chronicles. I keep telling y'all, that's why I'll forever be around this motherfucker talking about 7400 one way, MacArthur Bandits, East Oakland. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I'll forever do that shit. I told you motherfuckers like, man, nigga, nah, bro, niggas talk about what they proud of. I'm proud of me. You know what I'm talking about? Just like y'all be running around here posting y'all high score, them accomplishments, them invisible accomplishments and shit. Trying to make somebody think that you doing better than what you is. Because if we was really doing good, we would post this, I'm telling you, bro, we wouldn't be posting views and we would be bragging about how much money we made from this shit. We wouldn't just be posting about what we got. We'll be posting about what we got from what we got. You know what I'm talking about? So when you see motherfuckers if you see a motherfucker up here talking about I got 4 million views and all that shit, bro. And they ain't showed you no money from them 4 million views, there's a good chance they didn't make none. So I gotta talk about the 4 million views like they big. You know what I'm talking about? Because they really ain't paid me for these 4 million views. Coffee Chronicles. I just want you to know that I got 4 million views though, because that means something. Missing Mature Monday. And this is why as people we don't get together. We can't this is why we have a problem of being around each other. It's because of the way you think. You still a child. So now when you got people that come together for some reason, we don't come together to build shit no more. We come together damn near to hate on each other. We come together, we right here, but I'm watching you and you watching me. Everything I do irritates you. Everything you do is it irritates me. So when we together, but we working against each other. What sense does that make? Missing Mature Monday. I told y'all I've been going through this shit forever, bruh. Forever. You know what I'm talking about? Where motherfuckers is cause for whatever reason, bro, I told you as people, we won't like you, and then we'll follow you until we see you get enough punishment. That's why motherfuckers say they don't fuck with you, but they don't do nothing but watch you. If you don't fuck with a motherfucker, why you watching them? If you only knew, nigga, in my lifetime, since that Facebook shit then came out or all this computer shit, how many motherfuckers talking about they married and shit, but they still want to be your Facebook friend? I'm cool. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. Missing mature. And that's the biggest problem we have as a society, folks, that we haven't grew up. Because we're going to sit here on one hand and we're going to talk about God, and we're going to talk about this Bible, we're going to talk about all that wonderful shit. But then on the next hand, bruh, we get a delight out of talking about you. We get a delight out of teasing you, bruh. We get a delight out of putting you down. Everything that we do in this day and age, bruh, is against that shit God said in the Bible. But y'all gonna act like y'all really believe in God in that Bible. No, y'all believe in them YouTube guidelines, them social media guidelines. That's what you believe in. You'll start cussing for YouTube. You ain't even start cussing for your mama and them. Yeah, you'll act right when it comes to these social media guidelines and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I was just telling my daughter this, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. Mission Mature. Man, I love my daughter. I'm so proud of that lady, man. Like, I'm telling you, I haven't even got a chance just to be around that lady in her life like that, man. When I tell you that lady is me, I'm not worried about that lady one bit, folks. I'm not. Now I know what my daddy meant, because my daddy had to go to the feds. But he said he did not leave in the, like, this is why y'all don't know what y'all be talking about, bro. My nigga didn't bail out of nothing. You know what I'm talking about? My nigga just got some shit to where he was on his appeal free. Coffee Chronicle. He was free until his appeal came back. You know what I'm talking about? Then he had to leave. But he said by the time when he really had to leave, that was like one of the first hardest things in my life. Because I thought I used to resent my daddy until my daddy actually had to leave. That shit hurted. You know what I'm talking about? Then I realized how much I really love my dude. You know what I'm talking about? And if y'all ain't never had to do that shit, man, I had to take that man to the bus station. You know what I'm talking about? So he can go turn himself in. That shit was heavy. You know what I'm talking about? That shit was heavy. That's the day my life changed. I ain't bullshitting with you. Bro went and bought him a fifth, not even a fifth, nigga. Bro went and got him a gallon, nigga. I went and got a gallon of gin. Drunk that shit to the neck, nigga. Me, Green Eyes, and my nigga Z. We walked all the way to school teacher house. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, we walked all the way to school teacher house, nigga, down there on 87th and East 14th, some motherfucker weird, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I knocked on that lady door, man. That lady wasn't even home. I ended up throwing up on that lady porch. I sat in they rocking chair and shit. I was rocking back. They had a rocking chair on their porch, bro, and threw up on them people porch. Threw up on the bus, man. I was out of it, man. You know what I'm talking about? But I had to take that nigga to the, you know what I'm talking about? But that nigga told me later on down the line, he was like, man, by the time it was time for him to leave, he knew that I got it. You know what I'm talking about? And he felt good about that. He knew I was all right. He knew I understood it. You know what I'm talking about? He knew that I was going to be all right in this world. And that's the same way I feel about my daughter when I talk to her, bro. But I told her, so you got to respect yourself, folks. That's the way you really get respect. By not taking shit from people and respecting yourself. You know what I'm talking about? It's shit you going to do and shit you ain't going to do. You know what I'm talking about? And when motherfuckers know that, they gon' I'm just telling you, bro. That's how you respect yourself. Because I told my daughter the shit that I see, and I told her don't be like this. Because a lot of you bitches is opting out of the real world to be the king of the computer. And I told her don't be like that. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure your worth is in the real world. Not off this motherfucking computer. See, because a bitch could come up here, put on them TikTok tights and all that shit. Bitch could have a little body and all that shit. And she could come up here and be king of the computer because you just got a bunch of tricks up here talking about, mama, you look good, baby. Can I drink your bath water and all that old trick ass shit. See, and the bitch she could act like, get out of here. You know what I'm talking about? The bitch is always, when it comes to the social media shit, the bitch is always the queen. You get what I'm saying? Of the audience. She controls everything. But see, in the real world, and this is what breaks a bitch down more than anything, because a bitch know in the real world, like, you really not desired like that. And even when you think you is, even when a nigga come push up on you in the Benz or one of these drops, they just want to fuck you, and that's it. And then when you do get them niggas the pussy and they don't want to, that fucks their confidence up more than anything. When this nigga that they done gave they pussy don't give a fuck about them. You get what I'm saying? So that's what really be breaking the bitch down. Because in the bitch head, thinking the nigga want to fuck her is, some of these bitches be thinking the nigga want you because he wants to fuck you. And a lot of these bitches give up that pussy to that nigga in that Benz or something, and they realize that nigga didn't give a fuck about you. You was just thick, mama. So when you fuck on that nigga and he don't pay you no attention and all that shit right there, it damages your confidence. So a lot of bitches is opting out the real world to be the queen of this motherfucking. See, cause when you sitting up here in front of this, cause all your audience is gonna be, you gonna be the fox. Everybody, you gonna be the main attraction. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody talking about how beautiful you is and pretty and all that. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all rather just deal with that, where you don't have to have any disappointment. You know what I'm talking about? So they opting out the real world to be the queen of this virtual shit. Because in the real world, you realize niggas really don't give a fuck about that shit. Because in the real world, it's hard to find somebody that really wants you for you. Five hop. Yeah, it is. See, in the real world, it's hard to find somebody that wants you for you. It's hard to find somebody that appreciate that shit that you really is. You know what I'm talking about? Most motherfuckers, nigga, just, they fuck with you for a benefit. Either a place to live, some pussy, some head, some money, a Newport. Y'all be drinking all the time. A motherfucker fuck with you for whatever their ulterior motive is, man. Missing mature Monday. And that's what's happening to a lot of you bitches. You niggas is just different. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas just done turned yourself into tricks. Y'all done turned yourself into the Captain Saber hoes and the tricks and the politically correct statements and all that shit right there. You know what I'm talking about? But missing mature. And that's what's wrong with us as a people. Because shit is happening to us as adults and we're reacting to that shit as a child. Because we ain't never made that leap in our head. You know what I'm talking about? It's almost like them niggas that y'all see coming up that had all that potential and they potential just never, you know what I'm talking about? All them niggas, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. They just had the potential to be raw, but they never came into all them nigga OJ Mayo and all them niggas that might have been Tabasco Telfair and all them niggas, you know what I'm talking about? They had all the talent in the world, bruh, but they just didn't, you know what I'm talking about? And that's how we be with our mind, folks. That's how we be with our mind, bruh. Especially now because y'all are so disrespectful and shit, so y'all not listening to nobody. So now in these days and age right here, bruh, y'all act like y'all be grown when y'all 13 years old and shit. And that's how that shit really fuck y'all mind up. Because you already as a little kid getting away with what the fuck you want to do. It already seemed like it ain't even no hierarchy. Anarchy. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how Brad is with his vocabulary. It seemed like you is the all be all. You know what I'm talking about? Because even as 13, 12, 14 years old, grown people can't even tell you what to do. Nigga, you 12, 13 years old and your opinion matters amongst grown people and shit. You know what I'm talking about? So you can come on there and have some input in the grown-ups conversation and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That fucks y'all up. Because it makes you feel like you grown instead of you be able to develop your motherfucking mind. Instead of you be able to develop, nigga, stay in the kid's place and all that shit. You never had a kid's place to stay in. That's why you stayed in the kid's place. Coffee Chronicles. You didn't learn right from wrong. You didn't learn none of that shit. You just grew up getting away with what you want. You just grew up being able to be a part of everything. So you don't know how it feels to take your ass to sleep, come in the house and all. You just get to do what you want to do. And most people you see like that, they don't be good in life. They don't. With their understanding and shit. Them the people that throw tantrums and shit when they don't get their way. Them the people that's looking for you to be on their side. Them the people that's always got something going on. They just keep something going on. And the real reason you ain't at peace is because you ain't at peace with yourself. There's something about yourself you don't like. Because they have taught you to hold on to your embarrassments and your resentments and shit. They actually teaching you to run around here and be bitter. Missing mature Monday. And then you gonna have all this society just throwing slander at you and shit. You too old to do this. You know what I'm talking about? While we sitting up here continuously making it our job to watching everybody, we don't never have nothing to say about nobody that's good. All we do up here all day, bro, the whole society is sit up here, look at you, judge you, give our opinion on your life when our life ain't nothing. We just sit around, bruh. It's called nobodyism. You know what I'm talking about, baby? Cuz coined that one. Remember, nobodyism. So now I don't have nothing to do in my life. I can make myself feel whole by coming and getting your business. So now because I can't be rich, I can do the next best thing. I can sit around here and act like my opinion is valid on these rich people's lives and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I can make myself important by making a good point on somebody else, like talking about what they should have did and shouldn't have did. Notice how we always can tell everybody else what they should have did and shouldn't have did. But we be the ones around this motherfucker with the worldly problems that we have. We ain't got hella kids. We done got different kids by different people. We got all these problems right here, but we the ones that's giving advice on these people and what they should do. Even though we didn't have no good advice for ourselves. Coffee Chronicle. We only smart when it comes to other people. Yeah, we fix problems good as a motherfucker when they don't have to be our own. Some straight out of comic book. Worldwide. But missing mature Monday, man. And a lot of us is missing that. You know what I'm talking about? We run around here and we interact with each other and we react to each other and we respond to each other like little kids. We just on some Flintstone kids, Muffin Baby shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it's so important to us to sit around here and try to destroy you with our mouth. That's why we sit around here talking about, man, I ain't the one playing now, but all we do is play. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I could come up here and talk about you doing something, and in the next 10 minutes, I'm doing the same shit I'm talking about you doing. You know what I'm talking about? Missing mature. That's why everything is just a game now. That's why these niggas done gave everything a nickname. They didn't call you just walking up talking to a bitch. Hey, how you doing, man? They didn't call that the cold approach. We got a nickname for everything now. Just regular life, folks. Because they just done took all this, they done blew everything out of proportion, bro. They got you running around here like a little kid. Like these niggas is in a secret fraternity with the men and shit, and they coming over here giving us clues like we at war with the women or something. Like we at summer camp playing tug of war. Niggas against the bitches. Some straight out of comic book, bro. Now just ask yourself, do you think your mama and your daddy was going through all that bitch shit? Or do you think they just got together and they was trying to build a family? How you think you came about? We something straight out of comic book, bro. Y'all changing the whole makeup of this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all done changed the whole makeup of this shit. Y'all trying to make it seem like a nigga or a bitch is a bad thing. Y'all trying to make it seem like this is what I don't get. Y'all needed some other people to come around here and tell you to get yourself together. Why did y'all need somebody to tell y'all that? Everybody should be working on getting themselves together, bro. Why do you need somebody else to tell you to come get yourself together? That's what everybody should be doing, bro. Getting themselves together. When you come together with somebody, it's like, this person should have been trying to get themselves together. This person should have been trying to get themselves together. Then you come together and we gonna build something together. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it's supposed to be about. But now you got this motherfucker over here watching this motherfucker. Ain't nobody really could live up to their full potential because everybody holding back, just watching each other, waiting for them to do some shit that these other motherfuckers done told you to look out for. So you around the motherfucker not even trying to get the most out of your days. You just around the motherfucker looking at them to see if they gonna do something to decide what you gonna do. Come on, y'all. What happened in them, what's that shit they say when you get married? Holy matrimony. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever happened to that, folks? Whatever happened to this, y'all something straight out of comic book, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. How you gonna build something trying to destroy everything? talking to God in the Bible, and every day you coming up here to paint somebody else in a bad light. You know what I'm talking about? Missing mature Monday. So instead of us being grown-ups, we just gonna sit around here and act like kids. Everything we go through, we gonna act like a kid. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna act like y'all see how y'all can't even be mad now? Y'all act like you can't be mad, go to sleep and wake up on a good foot. The moment we get mad, we act like we gotta destroy something at that moment, like a little kid. When we get mad, just knock over the Legos or something. The moment we get mad, we gotta destroy something. We act like we just can't be upset about something and shake it off. We act like the moment we get mad, we gotta punish you. We gotta make you, I'ma show you looking ass nigga. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta do all that shit because we gotta make you feel some kind of way because we little kids, missing mature Monday. Because the moment we feel some kind of way, at that moment right there, nigga, we are on a motherfucking beeline. You know what I'm talking about? We on a motherfucking mission to make you feel the same way that you made us feel. Even though you didn't make us feel like anything, you just told us what was going on. But us being missing maturity and all that shit right there, missing mature Monday, you didn't do nothing but was being direct. And we turned that into a bad thing. We told you telling us how we need to, you trying to pull our coat. We done turned you pulling our coat into you talking shit about us. We done turned into you trying to look out for us. We done turned that into you putting me down. You hating on me. Because when we don't want to hear something about ourselves, that's the next thing. We label that. We got a nickname for that. So if we don't smell good and you tell us like, bro, you might need to jump in the shower. Instead of me jumping in the shower, I'm going to be mad because you noticed that I stink, even though I know I stink. So instead of me just jumping in the shower, I'm going to act like I don't stink just because I'm mad at you, even though I stink. So now what I'm going to do is say, you talking shit about me, are you hating on me? Then I'm going to go outside because I don't stink, even though I stink. Instead of me just getting in the shower, I'm going to go outside to prove to you I don't need to take a shower. Then when everybody else start talking about me stinking and shit, now I feel bad. Because I'm trying to prove you wrong when all I had to do was take a shower. But I don't want to prove you right. How dare you, right? You know what I'm talking about? Missing mature Monday. And the whole world is just on some shit like that right now, bro. I'm going to go out my motherfucking way just so I don't have to agree with you. Because you said something and even though you right, it's just like you said somebody was finna say something. And you was like, woo woo. And the motherfucker get mad because that's what they was finna say. Like, man, you think you know everything. No, I wouldn't even that. And they would go out their way even though that's what they was finna fucking say. They would try to act like that wasn't what they was finna say. Just so you don't have to be right. Missing mature Monday, bruh. And that's the shit we be caught up on. You know what I'm talking about? Because we just don't want you to be right. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, you don't remember nothing else. Always remember, it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that love.